Today is a different kind of swearing in. Typically, when I have been asked, and I am honored that I was asked to do this, Larry, is with excitement. And I'm sure that you're looking forward to your new job. But we are here today because of a great loss. Teresa, glad you're here this morning. And the work of the Sheriff's Department that Sheriff Winders worked so hard at, it will continue, and I am confident it is going to be, and he is placed in some capable hands today. And so Larry, I want to say a few things before I call you and Rita up to the front. A lot of times I've been asked to swear in people, and I meet them and I shake their hand and look forward to this ceremony, and it's a wonderful thing, and I've been honored to do that in the past. Today it's quite different. I have grown up with Larry's brother as one of my best friends. In fact, Freddie and I were talking just a little bit ago that it was 5 years ago we were in this same room, and it was packed like it is today, and Freddie got to stand up and speak at my swearing in. I've been very blessed, as I told Larry and Freddie together, to have grown up in the Pierce family. I've eaten at their house. I've put up with Freddie. And the thing that I remember over the years is the great work ethic that this family has. Just a few moments ago, Freddie, Larry, and I had a prayer together, and I prayed, and I told them after the prayer that I knew Mr. Mack would be very proud today. And I told them that because I don't have to look any further than at their mother to know that that's true. Wayne County is very fortunate today to be getting someone character Larry Pierce brings to the office, the work ethic that Larry Pierce brings to this office, and I believe the outlook that he brings to the office. Larry has his family with him today. His mother, as I've already mentioned, is Jean. His wife, Rita, who was here early this morning and has supported Larry every step of the way. Their children, who I also know, Brandon and Mandy, Lauren. It's good to see y'all here this morning. I've watched those folks grow up, and they are grown now. And I'm sure, and I know that your parents are proud of you too. Larry, as you mostly know, he was born and he was raised and has stayed around and in the Nahunta community of Wayne County all his life. He graduated from Wilson Technical Institute. He has had a love for law enforcement as long as I've known him, and that has been a long time. He was first sworn in as a law enforcement officer in 1982. I was still a teenager back in those days, Larry. In fact, I was going to stay a teenager for a little while after that time happened. He has served his county and state as a police officer, a sheriff's detective, and an SBI agent. He's currently a member of the Bridge Church, where he serves as director of their emergency response team and as a deacon. Something that you don't look old enough to do this, but I'm going to say it. I guess this is true. He has served as a volunteer firefighter for 40 years, and he is currently the deputy chief of the Belfast Fire Department. In just a moment, he's going to be sworn in as your new sheriff. And I would like to ask Rita and Larry if you please approach the bench at this time. If you would place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right. Do you, Larry Pierce, solemnly swear that you will uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of North Carolina? And do you solemnly swear that you will endeavor in all things to uphold the laws of our state, the laws of our county, that you will not take bribe, gift, gratuity for any deed done, and that you will in all ways execute your office of sheriff and uphold the Constitution and laws of our state consistent with the oath that you're taking today? Excuse me. So help you God.
I will.
I would like to introduce to you at this time your new sheriff, Larry M. Pierce.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to just take a few minutes and have a few comments this morning before we dismiss court. I want to thank each of you for attending this morning ceremony. It means a great deal for you to be here this morning. It's an honor for me to stand before you as your new sheriff today. I certainly want to thank my family for all the support that you've given me. Rita, you've been there every step of the way, and my kids and my mother. Freddie, you've worried me, but you've been there with me. But I do appreciate all of you for being here. Y'all are very special to me. The history of the sheriff goes back to the 10th century of England and was one of the first officers recognized in colonial America. While the sheriff's responsibilities have evolved over the years, one thing that has stood: the sheriff is a unique symbol of democracy. Ronald Reagan stated in a speech in 1984 to the National Sheriff's Association, "Thank you for standing up for this nation's dream of personal freedom under the law. Thank you for your service to your communities, to your country, and to the cause of law and justice." It's indeed an humbling experience to be here this morning and stand before you. 3 weeks ago, we lost a dear friend and a real professional in the law enforcement community. It's an honor this morning to be appointed to fulfill the term of the late Sheriff Kerry A. Winders. Sheriff Winders has left a legacy that we will always remember and respect his work. Today, as we begin a new chapter, I would ask the citizens of this county for their continued support of this office. And I would challenge each one of our staff members to go forward and provide the very best, most professional service, second to none. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the opportunity of being here this morning with you, and I appreciate the opportunity to serve as your sheriff. Thank you.
There's going to be, at this time, a special presentation between our new sheriff, Larry Pierce, and the wife of the late Sheriff Kerry Winders, Ms. Teresa Winders. Sheriff.
Sheriff Pierce, on behalf of my husband, the late Sheriff Kerry Winders, I present you your sheriff's badge. Wear it with honor and pride. God bless you, the sheriff's office in this great county of Wayne, and let the progress continue.
Thank you. I have a presentation at this time for Teresa I'd like to make. Teresa, on behalf of Wayne County, I would like to present you with the sidearm that Carrie A. Winders protected this county with. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I also would like to recognize not only Teresa being here and being a major part of our ceremony this morning, but her mother is alongside her and their three daughters, excuse me. Apologize. And I really appreciate you three ladies being here this morning as well. I would like, before closing, to recognize, and I learned a long time ago, it doesn't pay to start naming names, because as soon as you do, you will forget one. But I do want to recognize there are a lot of elected officials here this morning. And if you are an elected official, if you would just for a moment please stand. Well, I've looked around this morning. There are a lot of law enforcement officers in this courtroom. I don't know what's going on in Wayne County right now, but you folks got to get to work. And so do I. I really appreciate everyone being here this morning. This has been a true honor, and Wayne County has a lot to look forward to, Larry. Look forward to serving with you, working with you. A lot of people in this room do feel the same way. I'm going to ask in just a moment if the family would like to come up at the front, and as you leave, feel free to file through, speak to all these folks that are on the front row, and let them know how much you appreciate what they have done, are doing, and will do for our county. With that, Mr. Blackman, would you please close the ceremonial court?
The ceremonial court of the county of Wayne is now closed. May God save the state and its honorable court.
Thank you.